Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to another news update where today we're going to be talking about some very sad news in the theme park industry. This is possibly the saddest news update I have ever made and it's really unfortunate that it has got to this point. However, Kingda Ka, the world's tallest roller coaster, has now closed forever. No one is going to be riding this thing again. It's going to be getting taken down and that is the end of this absolutely world-class coaster. So today I'm going to talk about the closure of this ride, why it has closed, and also what the future holds for this park and this plot of land. So here we go. To start with, Kingda Ka opened in 2005 as the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster, standing at 456 feet tall and reaching a maximum speed of 128 miles per hour, and it used a hydraulic launch to achieve this maximum speed that would launch you to 128 miles per hour in around 3.5 seconds and take you up this 456 foot tall top hat, where you then come spiraling back down into a massive airtime hill and into the brake run. So it was a short ride, however it was mighty. I got to ride this coaster for the first time in 2018 and I will never forget my first ride on this thing. My first ride was on the front row and it was one of my first roller coasters outside of the UK really. I'd already visited Gardaland, Portaventura and Disneyland Paris, but other than those three parks I hadn't ridden any other like foreign roller coasters outside of the UK, so this was a massive deal to me. It was a huge bucket list coaster for so long, and when I got to go out there to Six Flags Great Adventure and ride the world's tallest roller coaster, I was so excited. And I went on there, front row, first ride, and it was a feeling that I had never felt before. It was the most insane launch I had ever experienced, and I still, even all these years later, I still don't really know how to describe it. I had a few rides on there during my trip to Six Flags Great Adventure and it was absolutely incredible. I loved every single ride on it and I was just waiting for the day that I'd be able to go back to this park and get back on it, and unfortunately that is no longer going to happen. And this leads me on to something that's really disappointing, to be honest, and that is how Six Flags have handled this situation. There have been rumours for a few weeks that Kingda Ka was going to be closing. However, there had been no statement from the park, no official confirmation until the ride had already closed. The ride closed, or the ride's final operating day was the 10th of November 2024, and it was yesterday as of recording and uploading this video that a statement was released by the park. So to be honest, that is really disappointing how the park have handled this, because imagine if they had said at the beginning of this year, or at least kept it going for another year maybe, and said right at the beginning of the season, here we go, this is Kingda Ka's final season of operation. So many people would have gone out there, got to go for their last rides on it, and also that would have generated a lot of revenue for the park. A lot of people would have travelled out to go and ride it if they knew that that was going to be its final year of operation, myself included. When I first started hearing the rumours that that Kingda Ka would be closing this year at the end of the season, I was looking at going to this park. Obviously there had been no official announcement yet, however there were content creators warning people, go out there, get your last rides, because they have inside sources. They knew it was being removed, and I wish I got the chance to, but obviously it's a long way for me to go. I was looking at trying to get out there. Even if I did get out there to go and ride it, my plan wasn't until about another week away, so even if I was going to go, I would have missed it anyway. So my last chance to ride that, unfortunately it didn't happen. However, I'll never forget my rides in 2018, and I'm so grateful to have been able to experience this bucket list coaster for so many people. And literally I was on Twitter last night as well, and the amount, like literally everything is about Kingda Ka, like people sharing their memories and people who never got to go on it. I really feel for the people that never got to go on it, because let's be real here, there's never going to be a coaster built like this again, because hydraulic launch coasters, they just aren't around anymore. Intamin don't sell them anymore. They're quite unreliable. They're high maintenance costs. Parks are avoiding buying them now. And yeah, the manufacturer don't even sell them anymore. So a coaster like Kingda Ka, we're probably never going to see it like another coaster like that again, which is really, really sad. And to think that the world's tallest roller coaster has now gone as well, really sad. What is happening to these Intamin hydraulic launch coasters? Of course, we had Top Thrill Dragster. That was renovated into Top Thrill 2, which didn't go down very well. Kingda Ka has now closed. Formula Rossa, the world's fastest roller coaster, is currently in bits. Like, the whole launch track is gone from what it looks like, and that's been closed for nearly a year. I was really lucky to be able to experience that when I did as well. I was at Ferrari World in January, and I was able to ride that on the first day of 2024, and it literally closed about 3 weeks after that. So I was really lucky to be able to get on that when I did, because who knows what's going to happen to that. But these Intamin hydraulic launch coasters, they are a dying breed, and it's really, really sad, because they are fantastic rides. So now, in terms of why Kingda Ka has closed. So apparently, according to a statement from the park, this is because of the merger. So of course, last year Six Flags and Cedar Fair merged. I did a video about this when it was all official, and if you watch that video, you'll know that I had some concerns about this merger. However, nothing could have prepared me for the closure of Kingda Ka. This is taking it to another level now. I was expecting maybe cutbacks in terms of operational costs. Maybe some parks would be receiving less investment. Maybe some parks would be sold off and they wouldn't have as many parks in their catalogue. But to remove the world's tallest roller coaster and what is quite possibly the world's most iconic roller coaster is on another level, because this is absolutely devastating news. So according to a statement that was released that I'll be putting on the screen now, the merger was the reason for Kingda Ka's removal, and because it was a very quick decision to remove Kingda Ka, that's why there was apparently not very much time, and that it kind of happened very quickly and very silently, which again, really disappointing, because that still suggests to me, could they have kept it open for one more year and allowed people to go and get their final rides? If they made an announcement saying 2025 was going to be Kingda Ka's final operational year, I would have gone out there like that. I would have been out there so quickly, booking a flight to get to this park. I was literally, even when the rumours started, I was looking at flying over to New Jersey so I can spend one day at Six Flags Great Adventure to ride this and then fly back to the UK again. I was looking at trying to do that and make plans for that. However, again, it just didn't happen, unfortunately. And even if it did happen, it could have been too late by the point that Kingda Ka actually closed. Because yeah, as I said, its final operational day was the 10th of November, but so many enthusiasts were there, and it was so nice to see on social media how many people were going over there to get their last rides and sharing their memories. It was a really kind of nice thing to go on social media and see all these posts and see all this appreciation for Kingda Ka, the king of coasters. And as much as it is being removed, we will never ever forget about it. In terms of the future now for this plot of land and this park, Six Flags have confirmed that a new ride is going to be replacing Kingda Ka. And they have said, according to this statement that's on your screen now, that it's going to be replaced by a multi-record breaking launch coaster. What does that mean? Who knows, because there haven't been any other details about it. However, what we do know is that Falcon's Flight is going to be opening in Saudi Arabia in 2025, and that's going to be the world's tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster. So if Kingda Ka had stayed open, that its record was going to be taken from it. However, the fact that Six Flags are now teasing a world record breaking launch coaster that's going to be opening in 2026, the year after Falcon's Flight, could that potentially hint at them trying to take the record back from Six Flags Qiddiya and Falcon's Flight? This is really, really interesting, because of course there's a lot of possibilities here. Now, we know it's most likely not going to have a hydraulic launch. It's probably going to be an LSM launch coaster. In terms of a layout and elements, we have no idea. Is it going to be a similar layout to Kingda Ka but bigger? Is it going to be more like Falcon's Flight, where it has massive airtime hills and like really high speed moments? Could we be looking at the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster here, the world's tallest and fastest launch coaster, the world's tallest multi-launch coaster maybe, the world's tallest spike on a coaster, or like the world's tallest like swing launch coaster. Who knows? However, what we do know, there were a lot of rumours that this could be getting the Top Thrill 2 treatment, as a lot of people were saying. However, that has also been confirmed to not be the case. Kingda Ka is going to be taken down. It's not going to be renovated into a ride like Top Thrill 2, of course. Top Thrill Dragster went that close. They kept the top hat for that, and they added a 420-foot spike to it, and Zamperla came in to do that. However, that's not going to be happening with Kingda Ka. It's going to be a completely new ride replacing this coaster. So whether it's going to be something similar to Kingda Ka, I feel like they might put in a massive top hat to kind of pay homage to Kingda Ka, like maybe a bigger version of Kingda Ka's top hat, and then maybe add some other elements as well. Maybe make it into a multi-launch roller coaster to be able to make sure that it can get up to that kind of height, because of course LSM launches are not as powerful as hydraulic launches, so it will take more time for them to be able to reach a speed that takes them to take the train up to 400 plus feet. So, and that's obviously what we saw with Top Thrill Dragster, because that has a swing launch now when it got turned into Top Thrill 2 to make sure it had enough speed to get over the top hat. So I do think we're going to see a massive top hat on this ride. In terms of the records, I do think they might potentially try and go for the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster. Whether that actually happens or not, I don't know, because when you look at it, Falcon's Flight literally takes you up a 600 plus foot cliff from sea level, and it's also got a 548 foot airtime hill. So clearly it is going to be tough to beat this record. However, could it happen? Maybe it could. In terms of other news from Six Flags Great Adventure as well, more rides are going to be closing. So of course, Zumanjaro Drop of Doom, the world's tallest drop tower, that is attached onto the front of Kingda Ka. That's also going to be removed. We know Kingda Ka's getting taken down. The whole structure's going. Zumanjaro is also going. So that is very sad, because that was a great drop tower. You got some great views from up there. In terms of some other rides, the parachute drop tower, that's going to be going. That was a family-friendly drop tower. It was quite tall, however. You went up in a parachute and then it dropped you down. It was quite a tame ride, however. I really enjoyed it. You got some great views from up there. Twister is also going to be closing. The Huss Top Spin at the park, and also Green Lantern, the park's stand-up roller coaster. Now, conveniently, Green Lantern is sat right next to Kingda Ka. As you came into the brake run for Kingda Ka, you look straight ahead of you and you would see Green Lantern right in front of you. With both of these rides gone, that frees up an absolutely huge plot of land. So perhaps they could be fitting something, well, obviously we know it's going to be something very substantial, but this is a big plot of land that they can work with. So if they are looking to build something like Kingda Ka, but a bigger version and a longer version maybe, they could use that space where Green Lantern was to be able to fit an even bigger coaster into this area. Are they going to try and go for the world's tallest roller coaster? I think that is definitely going to be a possibility. I think they're definitely going to be considering that. However, whether it actually happens or not, who knows? Maybe we'll just have to wait and see how Falcon's Flight goes down first and see what happens with that. Or maybe they're planning on building like the world's tallest multi-launch roller coaster, even though technically Falcon's Flight is a multi-launch roller coaster. So I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe go with the fastest roller coaster, the longest roller coaster possibly. I can't see them going for longest roller coaster, because as much as that is a big plot of land, I don't think they're going to be able to fit 14,000 feet of track in there to be able to beat Falcon's Flight. So I'm thinking they're definitely going to try and go for the world's fastest roller coaster, and then maybe the world's tallest roller coaster as well, because they did say it was going to be a world multi-record breaking coaster. So we'll just have to wait and see with that. But no matter what, it is very sad news that Kingda Ka is being removed, and nothing will ever replace it. Even if they put a better ride in its place, nothing will replace Kingda Ka. We'll always remember it. It'll always be the king of coasters, and it'll always be very special to all of us as a theme park community. But that is now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.